Every night, Caleb closed his eyes and begged the universe for a rescue. He visualized the wealth. He chanted the affirmations. He wished, with every fiber of his being, for the bleeding to stop, but every single morning, he woke up to the exact same cracked ceiling, the same suffocating death, the same cold, unyielding reality that he believed he was doing everything right. He was wishing, he was waiting, but the universe remained deaf, blind, and utterly silent, because Caleb did not understand the grandest cosmic joke of all. The universe is not a magical vending machine where you insert a wish and receive a destiny. The universe does not give you what you want. It reflects back exactly who you are. For 3 long years, Caleb lived in the comforting illusion of manifestation. He fell into the trap of believing that positive thinking alone was a passport out of poverty. He didn't realize that a mind divided against itself can never build an empire. You see, Caleb spent 10 minutes a day imagining success and 14 hours a day feeling like a victim. He was trying to plant seeds of greatness in soil that was entirely saturated with resentment. He hated his job. He hated his cramped apartment. And most dangerously, he hated his current circumstances. He was waiting for his external world to change so that he could finally feel successful. But the architecture of reality works entirely in reverse. Transformation is always an inside job. Point one evening, his car engine sputtered and died on a deserted street. As he slammed his hands against the steering wheel in a burst of absolute rage, the dam broke. He wept, not out of sadness, but out of pure, exhausting frustration. That night, soaked to the bone under the cold rain, Caleb hit his absolute rock bottom. He looked up at the glittering skyscrapers of the financial district, and the truth hit him like a physical blow. His prayers were empty because they came from a place of lack, not power. He looked at his reflection in a dark puddle. He didn't see a future leader. He saw a man who had negotiated a truce with mediocrity. True manifestation begins the moment you stop wishing and start deciding. Caleb didn't just write down a vague goal that night. He engineered a target. He defined his vision with surgical precision. It was no longer a desperate plea of, "I want to be rich." It became an absolute command. "I will build a sustainable housing company that redefines urban living." But a vision without an identity shift is just a hallucination. Caleb understood he could not carry his old self into a new future. He had to kill the version of him that made excuses, the version that slept in, the version that felt entitled to a break. He completely stopped viewing himself as a warehouse worker trying to escape. Instead, he began viewing himself as a founder who was currently funding his own startup through manual labor. When you change your identity, your actions follow automatically. He no longer dragged his feet at his day job. He mastered his current environment. Why? Because an empire cannot be built by a lazy laborer. Your current work ethic is the exact blueprint for your future success. This is where the magic truly happens. The world calls it the law of attraction, but its real name is aligned action. When you align your thoughts, your emotions, your habits, and your execution toward one singular point, something incredible happens. The universe finally begins to move. People think the universe helps you by dropping a bag of cash from the sky. It doesn't. The universe helps you by opening your eyes. When you become obsessively focused on a mission, your brain activates its reticular activating system. You suddenly begin to notice opportunities, ideas, and people that were always there, but completely invisible to your old, victim-minded frequency. The universe didn't create new doors for Caleb. It just finally gave him the clarity to see the ones that were already standing wide open. Do not mistake momentum for an easy path. The universe will always test your conviction before it grants your reward. It will look you dead in the eye and ask, "How badly do you actually want this?" Caleb faced rejection 12 times in a row. Investors laughed at his lack of a degree. Suppliers refused to give him credit. The world screamed no. An amateur sees failure as a sign to stop. A master sees failure as feedback. Caleb didn't curse his bad luck. He thanked the universe for the data. Every no refined his presentation. Every rejection hardened his discipline. He realized that patience isn't about waiting around. Patience is the brutal ability to maintain a powerful, positive attitude while working your fingers to the bone day after day without seeing a single visible result. And then, the tipping point arrives. What looked to the outside world like a sudden stroke of luck was actually the compound interest of thousands of hidden hours. The universe didn't hand him a business. Caleb built a flawless vessel through discipline, and the universe simply filled it with a wind of opportunity. Now, Caleb stands in the future he once could only dream of. But he doesn't feel arrogant. He feels an overwhelming, humbling sense of gratitude. He is grateful for the success, yes, but he's even more grateful for the basement apartment, the cold warehouse shifts, and the rejections. Because those weren't punishments, they were the forge. Stop asking the universe to change your life. Change your identity. Align your actions. Commit to the discipline. Master your focus. The universe is already waiting to cooperate with you, but it is waiting for you to move first. Wake up. The blueprint is in your hands. Now, go build it.